What's going on YouTube? Burlington Northern HO fan here, and today we're going to be working on this locomotive right here. Old Life-Like GP38-2. This locomotive runs, but does not run well. I'm going to attempt to take this thing apart and repair it and get it running in tip-top shape. Now, before I do that, I'm going to say a couple things. I'm new, so if I'm going to do something wrong, let me know. Let me know the right way to do it. Just want to put that out there. So, anyway, let's take this over to the bench, and I'm going to see if I can try to fix it. Okay, well, that kind of upset me. My camera did something funky, and I lost the footage of me taking the shell off and taking it apart. So, before I do that, though, and I explain what I did, I'm new to this hobby, so if I'm doing something wrong, just let me know. Don't take what I'm doing as fact and the proper way to do it. Just, I'm trying to fix this locomotive for myself, so I can see it run again and run properly. So, just let me know if I'm doing something wrong. Anyway, with that over with, I started by taking these two screws out. That will take the shell out of the locomotive, these two screws here. Next thing I did was I took this off with this clip, because it clips on the back here, and you just kind of pry it in here and pull it off. And then you get to this part. And then these were in here like this. Why is it not in focus? These were in here like this, and I just pulled them out. And we can see here that this locomotive was extremely over-oiled. So we're going to have to clean it. And most likely some of that might have gotten into the motor. So we're going to take these two screws out here, which are for the brushes. So they are springs behind these plates, so they will want to bounce out. So you just kind of want to hold them while you unscrew it. Just like so. That's going to come apart. And there's our first spring. If we can pull it out of there. And that is something we don't want to lose. We're going to grab a little tray of something. And we're going to put it in there like that. Just like that. And then we're going to do the same thing on here. With this one. Put the screws and the... I guess we can do that. We can put the screws and the brush springs in there. And now that plate's going to want to come off. And then we get our second spring. Put that over here. And now our brushes are accessible. We can take those and we can we can leave them in there because I think they're kind of stuck in there. But these two screws here should be the two screws. Why is it out of focus? Oh my lord. These two screws here are the two screws that should be able to get this motor apart. So we unscrew these without stripping them. There we go. Okay, those two screws are out. Now this plate should come off. Give me 1 second. Alright, so we now got the motor apart. And everything has got oil on it. So we're definitely going to need to clean this out. So we're going to take that one off. We're going to take these two gears off. Like that. And then we're going to take that gear off. And then we're going to pull the commutator out. Oh yeah, look at that commutator. That commutator is black. That's not good. We're going to have to take this thing fully apart. So, we've got the two magnets out of the motor. Let's push the brushes through to the other side. Okay, nothing else. The only last thing that should come apart are the rods down here. Yeah, this whole thing is going to need to be cleaned. Alright, so we've got everything apart now, completely as far apart as I'd like it to be. Let us start with cleaning the commutator. It's getting better. Let's get some sort of towel or something. I'll be right back. Okay. Hold on one second. Okay, so I took the commutator and I ended up cleaning it with a towel and a fiberglass pencil. I'm going to put that back in. I also took the shells of the motor and I cleaned them out and got all that crappy oil out of them. So hopefully that should be not so excessively oily now. So now we need to put these gears back on. I'm going to wipe these gears down with, well, I guess I don't really need to. So it's going to be these gears on the outside first. Then these small gears, like this, like that. Okay. This guy. Then this guy. Like so. And then this guy. Like that. He also had a plastic washer that's on my finger right there. And that goes on top. Lots of little tiny pieces. This goes on top like that. So now we should be able to put the motor back together, I believe, as long as we're okay with how clean I got it. It's not too excessively oily now. Alright, let's get this cover back on. That is sounding like a Life-Like motor again. It's got that iconic squeaky noise that these pancake Life-Likes have. So that's a good noise to hear. So now we're going to put our brushes back in, and we're going to make sure we put them in the right way. So we're going to put those back in. Much easier to put a brush in a Life-Like pancake drive than a Power Torque Tyco, by the way. I'm not trying to throw any shade there, but just saying. Put this guy back in here. Like so. Make sure he's all the way seated down in there. Okay. Now let's get our springs. This is the fun part. The part with the springs is always the best. We don't want to ruin these springs. These springs are the most important part. Okay, springs are in. So now we want to go over here and we want to grab our two plates and grab our screws. And then we're going to screw our... Also, don't forget about the screws for the motor. I almost forgot about that. We don't want to forget about that. But I can do that right after I'm done screwing this guy in and the other guy in as well. Now that we're here, we might as well do it. Okay, that's that guy. Grab this screw. Now, as long as the springs are holding pressure on those brushes and up against the plates, the motor should run. So, let's grab the... they're on here, so we want these guys. These guys for the screws down here for the motor. Make sure these are tight. We don't want our motor coming apart because that would not be good. Make sure these guys are tight. Throw her back up into the locomotive now, just like that. Clip her back in. We can... Nice. Way to go. Well, it happens to the best of us. We forgot the magnets, so motor's got to come back out. I'm going to cut all this. I will get back to you when I have the magnets back in the motor. Okay, we are back to where we were with the magnets in this time. So now we're going to put this back in like this. Like that. Our light bulb came out for some reason. Put that back in there. Like so. Like that. And we put our wheels back in. Like this. And put our wheels in like this. And then I'm going to take the, actually going to take this truck cover and go wash it real quick. Give me 1 second. Okay, truck cover is washed. Let's put this thing back together. Just like that. Nope. It's in the wrong way. That's okay, that's not a problem. We just gotta bring it back down, flip it around, do that. What is going on here? No, we had that the right way the first time. Give me 1 second. Let me get this fixed and put together. Okay, that's all together now. That was a pain to put back in for some reason, and I don't know why. But now let's get this guy back on the track. Put the light bulb back in the thing again, like it's supposed to be. Before we put the shell back on, let's get this chassis on the track and make sure it still runs now. Alright, we've got it back on the track. Let's see if it runs. Oh yeah. It runs a lot better than it used to. Let's get the shell on it and pull some cars with it. And there we go, guys. There she is. 2098 is ruling the layout once again, with a decent load behind it. Pretty happy with that result. Track definitely needs to be cleaned, but I'm very happy with this result, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If it helped you out, I'm glad. If anything else, leave a like if you liked the video, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.